before I get into it, I would appreciate if you guys would hit that like button and subscribe. And then what do you say? We start opening these things up. All right, I am working with a little bit of a new setup here, so please bear with me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one roll from each of the bundles because I have 5 bundles here. So that way I can get a decent demographic of different rolls from different banks. I hope everybody out there also is staying safe during these times of worry and uncertainty. The whole world is being affected right now by a global pandemic, and really all we can do is just try our best to stay safe and stay sane, you know. Got my gloves here, make sure I can stay sanitary while I do this. But other than that, what do you guys say? We hunt some quarters. Now, this is the second time that I've hunted quarters. You guys can see we have a US quarter in this one. You can see by the copper edge there. Sorry. Tried to get too close to my face cam here. And let's see what we got in roll number 1. So, I'm not seeing anything looking too silvery in this roll, but I am not expecting to find too much silver today. But some varieties would be nice. If I can find some enameled, that would be just absolutely amazing too. I'm really looking for the 2010 Olympic enameled coins. So before anything, let's take a look, see what quarter we got. Oh, we have Carolina State quarter. Nice. It's a little gunked up, but not too bad. So let's start looking through. We already have the item right here, 86. Now some people like to keep the nickel years. In terms of quarters, they were nickel up until 1999, so pretty ideal to hunt. Oh, we got a good one here already. Look at that. Now, I usually prefer to find these ones in the enameled variety, but it's still not bad. We'll keep that. We got our first poppy right there. Now you can see already the amount of varieties there is when you're dealing with Canadian quarters. Got another diadem, 76 on that one. Not what we're looking for, but it is nickel, so that's good. We can see right here, you have the Olympic privy on this one. So you can tell even before you flip it that it's going to be an Olympic, and we have a skiing. So we're not going to be looking for too many of the Olympic varieties today because I already have so many of those. We have alpine skiing. There we have the Paralympics. A lot of Olympics. Ooh, what do we got here? 75. So, a few older ones, nothing too crazy, but so really important too, guys, is that when you're doing quarter hunts, you really have to check every single quarter. You have to flip them all, even if they have the uncrowned obverse, because most of the newer varieties will have the uncrowned. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for roll number 1. Nothing too crazy in there, but we got that state quarter. That's pretty nice. I believe that's in North Carolina. Maybe you guys can help me out with filling me in on what that one is, because I'm still learning when it comes to the U.S. All right, we got a diadem ender right there. Good sign. Do a quick edge hunt here. Edge check. We got a U.S. See what this one is quick. Like the U.S., very easy to identify. What do we have? Looks like another state quarter, a California. Nice. Very nice. I don't have one of these yet, so that'll be very nice to add to the collection. Put that to the side, and we will do a quick look through here. We got the diadem. It's going to be an 86. Check these here because there are some mule varieties to look for in quarters in the late 90s in terms of 98 and 99. If you can find a quarter with a P mint mark on the back, then that could be worth some serious money. Or if you can find any of the 1999 or year 2000 rotated dime mules, something to look out for. But first you got to be able to find the Millennium quarters to be able to detect those kind of errors. So nothing too crazy so far in this roll. Not a whole lot of variety. A lot of planes. Got an 81 there, so that might have been the diadem ender. All right. Roll number 2 in the books. Let's see if we can get anything in lucky roll number 3. All right, quick edge hunt here. Not seeing anything too crazy. Let's do our scan through. What's this? Now, I have pointed it out in the past, it is very hard to find proof and specimen coins here in Canada. The only years they put mint marks on our proof coins were 1998 and 1999. They put a W mint mark on them. Other than that, it's really up to your eyes. If you want to find heavy cameos and stuff like that, you really got to leave it up to your own level and ability. Oh, here we go. Here's one, the year of the veteran. That's a nice one. But I already have a bunch of those, so we are not going to hold on to that. It's a 2002 commemorative, 16. All right, nothing too crazy. And roll number 3. I don't know. So I only have $250 worth of rolls here too. I didn't, because I went to so many banks, and just because I also have some other nickels and stuff I got to search through, I decided not to go too crazy, because you know if the bank's closed, it might be a little tricky to return your coins in right now. So we got a 75 there. That's not bad. 79. Not too shabby. Now, let's see if we can find something a little older. Find something with some enameling on it, maybe. All right. Flip those. So, if you guys are enjoying this video and you guys enjoy coin roll hunting or Canadian or American coin collecting, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more videos just like this. All right, we have our first Millennium quarter here, and it is the year 2000 Freedom quarter. So that's a good one. I'm not sure if I have that one yet, so I will have to check my collection after. All right. Roll number 4 in the books. Here we go, our last roll, and this looks like an interesting one too. It looks like I have at least 2 US in here, sorry. You can see by the copper edges there, 2 US. So let's see what we can see. And there is an interesting edge. Maybe we might have a silver edge here. 2 silver edges possibly, actually. Let's see. We have a diadem ender. That is a 77. That's unfortunate, but at least it's a good sign that we got some older stuff in this roll. So we have another variation here. I will show you guys. I think this is the Integrity or the Canada Day, but this is the non-colored, non-enameled version of it. So definitely not going to hold on to that because I already have one of those. We have some more Olympics. All right, let's see. What do we have here for our US? It is going to be a 1974. So not bad. Earlier year, but I may already have that one. So, oh, here we go. Another US. What's this one going to be? 1998. Not too shabby. That one's in pretty good shape, too. You know, the upside to finding the US here in Canada, not that it really matters when it comes to coins, is, hey, they're worth a little bit more. So, all right, this is a good one. This is the St. Croix. I believe it's 2008. But the Voyage of St. Croix. All right, quick scan through the rest of these. What's that going to be? All right, nothing. Well, that does it for the first 5 live. So what I'm going to do is scan through the rest of these rolls, tune you guys in if there's any big finds, and if not, I'm going to let you guys see at the end what I find, and hopefully I can find some silver or that T-Rex variety. So I'll let you guys know if I find anything else. Alright, so I just had a pretty killer roll. Unfortunately, I didn't get any silver, but I came super close. But I found a ton of good varieties in this roll. So I found 2 of the Laura Secord enameled varieties. So those are good ones to look for. The War of 1812 series. I found an enameled, I can't remember what the series is called, but I think it's Celebrating Nature, Canada's Wildlife in 2013. I found Voyage of the St. Croix in much better condition. I found a 1969, so I came super close. If it was a 68, there was a good chance it could have been silver or nickel. I would have had to hit it with the magnet to tell. And then this is one that I would have been looking for big time, but this is the 2005 Saskatchewan Provincial Quarter, and I need this one for my book actually. I was looking for this in my last hunt, and I did not. This is one of the only ones I didn't get. So I'll tell you later on at the end of the hunt what the mintage for that one was. And then this is pretty crazy. This is a 1967 US and a 1968. Now it's a big time bummer. Silver quarters in the US, as you guys probably know, ended in 1964. So came very close. But these are still some good old US quarters, and besides the one silver US quarter that I think I own, these are the 2 oldest ones that I now have. So not bad for looking through some loose rolls. So I'm going to keep looking through, and I'll tune you guys back in if I find anything else. Alright, bringing you guys back in. Got some more cool finds here. Found another one of these, unfortunately, the non-enameled variety again. Not as big of a deal. But this 1974 here, I thought had some interesting toning. When I pulled it out, I honestly thought it was silver, because usually when you see this black marking on a coin, it usually is an indication that it's silver, but I really like the toning on it. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Found the 1973 RCMP. So after, we're going to have to throw this under the old microscope, see if we got ourselves a large beads, which I doubt big time. Got ourselves the Alberta Provincial. So now we have ourselves the Saskatchewan and Alberta. And these are not as big of a deal. Look at this. We have a 1968. So, you know how we do it. I doubt it, but take our magnet, and you know what that means. Not silver. But I am still going to take this guy out of circulation to do everybody else a favor, so no other coin roll hunter encounters this in the wild. But not bad. Find some good stuff. Hopefully we can find some more. Yeah, I don't know who wrapped this roll, but this was a pretty crazy one. We got a nickel in this one, so we're going to lose 20 cents on this roll. Definitely not happy about that. And we got our first foreign find of the box, so we're losing more than 20 cents, but pretty interesting. This is from the Philippines, it looks like. 1 peso. Not sure what a peso is, but yeah, so I don't know how that got mixed in there. It's about the size of a quarter. And we got pretty happy about this one. We have another state US quarter. This one's Indiana, so I haven't seen this one before, but it's a nice one. There's a Formula One race car on there, it looks like, because that's what Indiana is all about as far as I know. You know, race cars, NASCAR, derbies, that kind of stuff. One of the great things I've come to find about coin roll hunting here in Canada is sometimes there's so many varieties that when you start a hunt, you don't even really know what you are going to find, in terms of you might find something that you don't even know that you're looking for. So I just found a good one right now that I'm going to show you. Now this is minted at only 11 million, and to buy it in brilliant uncirculated condition, it's even though it was made in 2010, it's $1.50 in brilliant uncirculated condition. And I just got it in what I would say is almost AU condition. So what I will do is I will show you this right here. Now this is the 2010 World War II commemorative poppy quarter, and like I said, it was minted at 11 million, and it has the poppy enamels on it. This was the second time, I believe, that Canada used colored enamel for poppies, and I'm a huge fan of it. I love the color for the red, and here, I'll see if I can get a little bit better view for you guys there, because this is just absolutely beautiful, and I am totally stoked to have this one. So I didn't even know that I was looking for this, but when I found it, I knew this was a good one. I've seen it before and I've heard about it, so I looked it up. 11 million, so this is a low mintage variety to look for. You know, it's not uncirculated. It's not even AU, I would say, but considering I didn't have to pay for it, it's probably worth more than 25 cents. Probably, I would say 50 cents. So Not a bad find at all. Validates this hunt for me, finding a nice low mintage coin like this. So I'll check the rest, see if we can find any silver, anything else like this, and I'm probably just going to tune you guys in at the end if I find anything else. So, totally awesome. Alright, so I have concluded this hunt. I have to say this was definitely a fun one, and I would definitely recommend going out there and getting loose rolls from different banks to people. Like I said, I went to 5 different banks to get these rolls, so 5 rolls, I got 25 rolls, so 5 rolls from each bank, and there was a ton of different variety and assortment in here. A ton of really good US ones. This is probably one of the best boxes I've gotten for US, and just a ton of good varieties that I was looking for. I didn't get the 2019 T-Rex variety, but I honestly didn't have much hope for it because it's really new, and the chance of it working its way into circulation from sets is still really low, and I'm pretty sure that it wasn't put into circulation. But I have a feeling I might be able to find one of those in the future. So stay tuned for future coin roll hunts, quarter hunts, and I will hopefully be able to find one of those. But let me break down the finds from this hunt right now. So definitely one of the most important finds. I don't know if this is a good one or not, but if my US compadres could maybe help me out. This right here is a AMP quarter. So American Memorial Park. Now I don't know what years exactly are the good years you want to look for, but, or sorry, what mint marks, but this is a P. I'm pretty sure it's W's that you want to look for, but that may be the river of no returns. I still really need to familiarize myself with US coins, but definitely really cool find. I don't have one of those. It's in really good shape, so that's a good one for the collection. Another one that I found that's a good US one that I don't know too much about, so maybe you guys can help me out a little bit, is this one right here. This one is a Blue Ridge Parkway. So I'm not too sure on the mintage on this, and I'm not too sure on how rare it is exactly, but it looks like a really nice one, and I'm definitely going to hold on to it, so that's not bad. And then I found quite a few state quarters. I found a few more while I was going along. I'm pretty sure I found a New Hampshire, maybe a Connecticut, and then I found regular Washington quarters ranging from 1994 all the way down to 1967. So that's not too bad. These, and then right now I'll break down the piles for you. So I have 2 1968s and 1969s. I made sure to check the 68s. Neither of them are silver, unfortunately, but for you guys, I will take them out of circulation and do y'all a favor. Got a 1974 here with some interesting toning, so I'm going to keep that. I have 3 1973s, so what I will do is I will throw these under the microscope for you guys before I wrap this up and see if we have the large beads variation, because that can be really valuable, but I really doubt it because those are far and few between. And then right here, we have our Millennium Quarters, 1999 to year 2000. These are all the US. Right here, we have our Laura Secord Quarters and War of 1812. Right on top, I have what I would like to call the John Redcorn Quarter. And then some of them are enameled. The enameled ones are the ones you want to be looking out for all Canadian coins. If you can find the enameled varieties, they're almost always lower mintage and more rare. So enameled are always good to look out for. Here, these are the 2011 Celebrating Canada's Aboriginal series. Sorry, I confused that in the beginning. Here we have Provincial. We have the Voyage of St. Croix, Stanley Cup, Arctic Voyage. Here's the foreign find, and then we have that poppy that I said was minted at only 11 million. So a lot of interesting finds here, ton of variety. So I'm really impressed, and honestly, it was only half of what's in a box usually. So that's not too bad, honestly. For this amount of variety, I did better than I did with the last full box that I searched. So what I'll do really quick is I will throw these 1973s under the microscope for you guys, and then we will wrap this up. So if you guys would like to buy one of my coin roll mats or purchase any of the tools I use in my videos, please check out the link below in the description. So when it comes to the 1973 RCMP large bust, there really is only one way to definitely tell if you have it. And the small bust will have 132 beads or identicals going around the rim, and then the large bust will have 120. So I'm not going to count every single identical for you guys, but if you find these in the wild, that is the ultimate way to tell if you have it or not. So what I'll do is I'll just throw these under and see if we can quickly see if we have something, but I really doubt that we are going to have anything too significant here. So good luck counting all the beads on that. That is not going to be a fun job, but It's a very valuable coin if you can find it. Old Canadian Loonies, the $1 coins, started in the year 1987. So really, there's no crazy numismatic value to them, but really it's the newer ones that are a little harder to get out of uncirculated rolls. So I'm going to be looking for the 2019 Equality Loonies, and I'm going to be looking for the 2017 glow-in-the-dark Toonies. So before I start tearing into these rolls, I'd just like to take a second to wish everyone out there my best. It's some hard times going on right now, and I'm struggling a little bit. I'm sure everyone out there is having a bit of a hard time. We're all probably going a little stir crazy, so I hope my videos can provide you guys with a little bit of entertainment in these boring times, and hopefully we can all relieve a little bit of stress. So, I forgot to mention that the year the Toonie started was 1996. We replaced the Canadian $2 bill with the Toonie. But other than that, there is a ton of different varieties and variations to look for when it comes to Canadian Loonies and Toonies. I just did a little bit more back digging to make sure I knew exactly what I'm going to be looking for here. And hopefully we're going to be in for a treat. So, Canadian Toonie rolls, the $2 coins, are $50 each. So, you get 25 coins in each roll. So hopefully there's going to be 25 in each roll, because when you're dealing with $2 coins, if it's short even one, I mean, you're missing out on $2. And then the $1 Loonie rolls are $25, as you can see. So you get 25 Loonies in a roll, 25 Toonies in a roll. So we have 100, 200, 300 worth of Loonies. Okay, so this or Toonies. So this is going to be way more than 300. Sorry, guys. 300 worth of Toonies, and then 51, 200. So we have $500 here worth of Toonies and Loonies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the first 5 rolls live for you guys, and I'm going to tune you guys in as I find some cool stuff. Hopefully, I'm really hoping I can find at least one 2019 Equality Loonie, and at least hopefully or one 2017 glow-in-the-dark Toonie. That'll really make this hunt, but there's a lot of other cool stuff to look for to fill my collection. So we'll just take these 2 here, and let's say this one too. And then we'll take one paper Toonie roll and one plastic Toonie roll. And then I will open these ones off camera and tune you guys in when I find stuff. But I'm really hoping that there can be some good variations in here, because you know the bank tellers, they're not really looking for any of this stuff. They just pass it all along, doing their job. So I'll try and inform you guys as to what I'm finding as I go along, but there is just so much variety. So edge hunting isn't going to do you any good when you're looking at these bad boys. So we are just going to take it one coin at a time and see what we got. But this is interesting, guys. I don't think I've ever handled coins this big before in this quantity. So let's see what we can see. 2016. See if maybe we can pull a path to knowledge. I'm sorry, I'll try and get these on the camera for you guys to see the magnificence and beauty of these Canadian Toonies. I believe that these were one of the first coins in the world to use the process of the inner and outer core. So that's interesting. So you can see right here, this is a first year Toonie, 1996. But I'm not seeing anything too crazy in this first roll. They all are another 96. They're all looking pretty base. I'm going to call them base, meaning they don't have any variety to them. So another fact that I want to point out that I thought of is when you're dealing with low mintage, some of these Loonies and Toonie years can be pretty low mintage, like 5 million and stuff like that. But when you're dealing with a low mintage year on a higher denomination, like a Toonie or a Loonie, people aren't losing these as often. So there's a reason that there's probably less minted, is that people don't hold on to them, people don't lose them as often, so they honestly don't need to mint as many of the large denominations. We got one up ahead that looks like it's in really good shape. It might be a 2018 or 19. So if that's the case, and you know, you can always look for proofs and stuff too. Another thing you can do, I believe it's 97 and 98 proofs will have a W mint mark in Canada. So these are all looking base. I'm just going to skim along here. But this one right here, you can see, is in very good shape. 2019, very nice. That's darn near uncirculated right there. So I don't think I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put it to the side because it is a nice find for now. Oh, here we go. This is what we're talking about. We got some variation already, and this is one that I wanted for my list. Not in great shape, but what we have here is the commemorative Quebec Toonie. So the year that Canada was founded, Quebec City was founded in 1608. So this is a really cool one that I wanted for my list. Not bad at all. So there's one already. There's just so much variety here in the Canadian coins. I gotta tell you guys, there's like 20 or 30 different varieties of just Toonies. Alright, so I'm just gonna slide those to the side. So we got one good one and a 2019 almost uncirculated. You know what? I'll open up a roll of Loonies right now just to mix it up for you guys. We'll do it back and forth just to have some fun and excitement. Look at that, Diadem Ender, but not really a good thing when you're dealing with Toonies and Loonies, unfortunately. Toonies and Loonies. And I just want to clarify the spelling of Toonie because I have seen people out there spelling it incorrectly. Now it is Toonie, it is not TWO. Alright, let's see what we can see here. If you guys are enjoying this video, or you guys enjoy Canadian coin collecting or coin collecting in general, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more videos just like this. So we got an 88, which is a second year Loonie. As you guys can see, I got the gloves on right now. You want to make sure you are taking sanitary measures. So with the Loonies, one thing you can look for is if it has an Olympic privy on it, meaning it has the Olympic mark, then it means it is a lucky Loonie. So usually those are in the 2006 and up years. I think maybe 2004 and up. So I'll see if I can find an example of that for you guys here. But this is a new experience for me. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect here, what I'm going to be finding as I look through. I am just going to be inspecting some of the 90 years for W mint marks on the back, but I do not expect to find any of those. I see something promising up ahead, something very shiny. The polish and the plating they put on Canadian coins, I don't know, but I'm a huge fan. I just love it. I love US coins as well, but we have a very world-renowned coin making process here in Canada, and we make some very high quality coins. That one's not in great shape. Look at the shape on this one right here, though. Look at the finish on that. 2019. Almost brand new, 1 year old, but. So I'm not seeing any Olympic lucky Loonies yet, but. So nothing crazy in the first roll of $1 coins. But let's do one more roll of $1 and then we'll mix it up, do 2 and 1 for the last 2 rolls. I'm really hoping I can find at least one cool variety of $1 coins here for you guys. So, I'll show you what the edges look like. You can see the older ones, a little bit more washed out, a little more faded out. Alright, see if we can get some variation up in here. Some of these are pretty gross, so I'm glad I have the gloves on. A lot of people probably handle these coins on a daily basis because they are larger denominations. Okay, I'm surprised I haven't found. That one has sort of an interesting finish on it, but very interesting that I am not seeing any variation in the Loonies. rolls of Loonies down. 2 rolls to go. 1 roll Loonies, 1 roll of Toonies. Now, Toonies and Loonies can't get much more Canadian than that, but I love it. These coins are just great. So, boxes of Loonies cost $1,000, I'm pretty sure. They might be 500 actually. I might have to check up on that again, but I will be getting boxes of these eventually. It's just a little hard to get my hands on boxes at the moment. So, I unfortunately have to check the reverse. Oh, here we go. Would you look at that? What is this? A Vancouver and 10 commemorative Loonie. But I'm not going to hold on to this one. It's not in good shape at all. So, but as you can see, there is a variety right there. So that's an alright sign. Let's see what else we can find. Really hoping I can get that equality Loonie without having to actually purchase it. Now, if you're wondering why the Loonies look like they're gold if you're not from Canada, it's because they're plated in bronze. Okay, this is one I'm going to keep right here. That is awesome. So this is the 2017 100th anniversary of the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is one that I really wanted to get my hands on as I live in Ontario and I live near Toronto, so that is just awesome. And that is just a beautiful looking coin right there. Very nice. So, throw that into the keeper pile. Cost me $1 for that, not bad. Glad I didn't have to pay for that one. I didn't pay for a full set of rolls or something. That's basically why you want to do these hunts. You're not looking for silver or anything like that, but it's saving you money in buying full sets and uncirculated sets to get some of these coins that you want. So let's see what we have in this last roll of Toonies here for the first 5 live, and then I will open the rest up and tune you guys back in. If there's anything cool, pray for that glow in the dark, because that is a cool one. Okay, what we have here, another keeper for me, the 2000 Path to Knowledge. So this is a special minted coin. I can tell you it was, okay, it's pretty high mint, 29 million, but it's still a pretty cool one. So what separates this from normal Toonies, as you can see, this one has the knowledge in French and Canadian, and it also has baby polar bears with the adult polar bear. So you know what, I might put that to the side for now, just so I can show you guys at the end that I found it. Okay, this is another one I wanted, but it's in terrible shape, so that's too bad. I'm hoping maybe I can find another one, or I might just clean it up, because, you know, don't think I'm going to get this graded. But this is the War of 1812 200-year commemorative. So in 2012 they released this, and what that is, the ship is the HMS Shannon right there. So that is amazing. This is just a beautiful coin. The detail on this, let's see if I can get a little bit better focus on there for you guys to show that detail. You can see the waves there. You can see the ship on the right hand side. You can see the HMS Shannon, and then the War of 1812. Just beautiful. So put that to the side. Cost me $2 for that one. Not a bad deal. Alright, another Path to Knowledge. Not in as good a shape as the first one we found. Alright, we got another one up ahead that I wanted for the collection, but not in great shape. This is the Nunavut. I believe this was in 1999 they released this. So this was the first variation, I believe, of Toonie. And I remember when they released this when I was a kid, I thought this was pretty cool. But so, put it to the side, see if we can find a one in better condition. Now look at like the finish on some of these. Like this is what makes Canadian coin roll hunting difficult as opposed to the United States. Is in the United States, proof coins usually come with an S mint mark. In Canada, only between 1997 to 1999 did Canadian proof sets come with a W mint mark on the back. So it just makes it really hard to distinguish. But look at these are both in very good condition, but the finish on them is very different. Like this one looks like it might be a proof finish to me, or it's just very new. 2012. That's interesting. 2005. So I'm not going to keep either of those. I just thought that was interesting, and it's frustrating how you cannot easily detect proof coins here in Canada, because I really wish that I could. Another path to knowledge right there. That one's in a little bit better shape. Another one, so you can see that is a pretty common one to find. All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the first 5 live of this $1 and $2 Canadian coin roll hunt. So what I'm going to do, open up the rest of the rolls, tune you guys in roll by roll if I find anything cool. So, tune you guys back in. After opening the next roll, I found 3 more, one of which I'm not going to keep, but it's one that I'm going to show you guys before I put it back, because it's a really cool one, which is the 2017 Vimy Ridge World War II commemorative. There is a ton of Canadian World War II commemoratives, and this is one of my favorite ones. The D-Day is probably my favorite, but this is a really cool one. So this is just showing you guys some of the variations you can find when you're going through Canadian $1 and $2 coins. There's just, depending on what you're looking for, there's so much different stuff you can find. But this one is in very nice condition too. Like, it might be in almost as good a condition as the one that I have. So you know what, I might actually hold on to that. But another problem with these is they can get a little pricey. The more you hold on to, the more it costs you. So, and then I found the 200-year John A. Macdonald commemorative. This is a really nice one as well. You have John A. Macdonald there on the inner core. And then this run right here is the 2014 Remembrance Wait for Me Daddy, it's called. So what you have there is a little boy reaching out his hand to his father, most likely in World War I, I believe, if it's Remembrance. But just beautiful. Very nice detail on that one. And only cost me $2, and I can throw it into my collection. So not bad at all. I'll throw it to the side. I'll keep going with this and let you guys know if I find anything else. 2 more here to add to the collection. These are out of the last 2 rolls that I looked through. This one right here is the 2017 Connecting a Nation 150th anniversary. It's a little beat up, a little tarnished, but I will take it nonetheless. You can spot this one pretty easily because it has a different obverse than the rest, but I like the design on that one. It's pretty interesting. And then I found the, I believe it's 1992 commemorative. Let's see if I can find the name of this one. This is the Parliament Confederation 125th anniversary. So you can see a family right there staring at the Parliament building in Ottawa. Pretty cool one. Pretty cool finish on this one too. I like the... So I'm hoping eventually one day maybe these Loonies and Toonies can become old enough that people will start looking at toning and stuff on these, because sometimes the toning can be pretty interesting. But I just wanted to let you guys know about those finds. I'll keep going through, see what else we can find here. Alright, I just had a very interesting roll. I found something very good. I can cross off my list. I found 2 of them actually, but first I will show you. I found my first Olympic Lucky Loon. So this is what the Lucky Loon looks like as opposed to the regular loon. So that's a Lucky Loon right there. That's a regular loon. So you can also see the Olympic privy mark right here. So these are 2014, 16, 18, and earlier years and so on. So that is a good one. Keep her right there. And then the first one that I pulled out of this roll, I was excited, but it looks like somebody cut a hole in the top so they could wear it as a necklace. And this bad boy right here, 2019 Equality Loonie. And I don't know why, but I just love the design on this thing. It is just dope. To me, at first I thought it was Egyptian pharaohs or something like that, but I don't think that's exactly what it is. But in my mind, that's what I still see it as. And it's a cool concept, stands for something good. So, but this one right here, very interesting. Someone drilled a hole, obviously, so they could wear it as a necklace or something like that. But I was a little bummed about that, but you know, it's all right, because a few down in the roll, I found this. one in perfect condition. Well, not perfect, but you got a little blemish right there. But there we go. So this has validated the entire hunt so far. This, I don't know exactly what it's worth in this condition. Probably about, I don't know, $1.25, $1.50. Not worth much more than actual face value, but they aren't very high mintage. They're very desirable, and I really wanted to get my hands on one. So let's hope that this is a sign for good things to come, and hopefully I can get that glow in the dark. But I'll keep going and see what else we can get here. I've concluded the hunt. These are basically the keepers that I have decided to keep amongst the rest. So we have about $10 here in Toonies. We have, just to quickly recap, the John A. McDonald here. We have the Wait For Me Daddy. We have the War of 1812. We have the Nunavut, and we have the Quebec City commemorative. And then I decided to keep, looks like $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 worth of Loonies. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs commemorative. We have the Connecting a Nation. We have the Lucky Loon. We have the 100th anniversary of Parliament. Sorry, 125th anniversary. We have, sorry, I found this one as well. I guess I should have tuned you guys into this, but I found this in the last roll. Sorry, it doesn't want to focus. See if I can, there we go. And this right here, see if I can tell you what this is. This would be the 2010 Canadian Navy Centennial. So, you can see there, a few Navy sailors saluting. Not in the greatest shape, but still a good find. I will keep it. And then I just wanted to show you guys this too, because I was talking about Looney and toning, and this to me looked like it had some interesting toning to it. It's hard, the camera's not going to pick it up, but there is some bluish toning going on here in the Canada. It's a 2009, but I mean, if you compare the tone on that and the tone on this, it's very hard for the camera to pick up, but it's this is a much bronzer tone, this is a much golder tone. And even this, compared to the other ones, it's just has a very nice tone to it. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I probably am, just because it's a cool toner. Might as well hold on to it. But this was an interesting experience. I have never looked through any denominations higher than 25 cents so far. So in terms of Canadian coin roll hunting, I would say it's definitely worth it to do this, because I didn't find the 2017 glow in the dark toonie, but that's a great one to look out for in terms of coin roll hunting. It's the equivalent of finding a 2019 W Washington quarter. I'm not super familiar with it, but I think that's a similar equivalent, or even greater than that, I would say. They have good values. Even some of the Washington State quarters that you can find and get graded, the 2017 Canadian glow in the dark toonie is operating on a level, if not a little higher than that, because it was put into circulation, but I don't know if it was intended to be put into circulation, or it was just accidentally put into circulation through sets and rolls being released. So these 2019 Loonies, one more time, I just want to say, are just absolutely amazing. I'm so stoked that I was at least able to get one of these. It pretty much validated the entire hunt. You can see the plating on that is just absolutely beautiful too. Other than that blemish, it's in amazing condition. So if you guys are thinking about coin roll hunting Loonies or Toonies here in Canada, hopefully this can clarify that up for you. First, let's see what we got in a roll of dimes. We'll start with a paper wrap roll, because I'm not a huge fan of the plastic rolls. So we'll do a quick edge hunt, see if we can see anything here. But I'm not seeing anything too special. We got a US dime that is poking out, a rosy, which is going to be a 2015p. So we will keep that, and we will just quickly hunt through the rest of these and see what we got. Maybe we can get a 1970, because 1970s are also a good year for dimes to keep, and most denominations, because it's a low mintage year. Also, 1991, I believe, is pretty low mintage. But I'm not seeing anything too crazy for that. Nope, nothing in roll number 1, which is a bummer. But what are you going to do? So, we'll do one more roll of dimes here, and then I will try a couple rolls of nickels and see how our luck is with those. But let's see. Looking for enders, nothing too special. Another paper roll here on this one. I don't see anything here on the edges, maybe just one thick rim right here. So I'll just pop this out. And it is a year of the volunteer. So quickly skim through these. Just make sure I didn't miss anything there on the edge check. So I don't know how you guys feel about coin roll hunting here in Canada, but if you guys are more into the boxes or if you are into loose rolls, but if you want to let me know in the comments what you prefer, that would be awesome. Well, nothing in roll number 2. Bummer. And I lost one there. One went rogue. A rogue dime. But I will find that after. Alright, let's try our luck here with some of these nickel rolls. Because some of these look a little older. We got one here, 74 ender. One here with a diadem ender. So, I don't know if these are full. They look like they got some gaps in them. I don't know about that. I'll have to talk to the bank about that one. But there might be some older ones in there, so let's see what we're dealing with here. Give you guys the edge check. You can see some of the older washed out ones there. And then I'm going to start skimming through. So 79 there, 75, 77. This does look to be an older roll, 86. With some new in there, 94. This is 77 in good shape. First Jefferson of the box looks to be a 74. So we will keep that. No young heads yet, but oh, I spoke too soon. Would you look at that? First young head already. In our first couple rolls. That ain't too bad. 89, 94. So a lot of you would probably be keeping a lot of these nickel ones, but I am not too into the bullion because I would be broke if I kept every single nickel that I found. So, and not too bad. It looks like that ender was a 65. So we hold on to our 65s as well. That was a pretty good roll, honestly. All right, I'll do 2 more rolls for you guys. I'm going to keep it like the first 5 live because I'm going to want to start getting some of these loose ones under control. Where was that other one here? So this was the other one that I thought looked a little older, looked a little promising. Let's see what we got. Give you guys the edge check there. Slap it down. And it looks like the same thing as the last one. A lot of diadems, a lot of nickel. Oh, guys, look at that. A 53 Jefferson. Is there going to be a mint mark? I think it's going to be above the Monticello if it's there. And I don't see one, but let me see if I can throw it under the microscope and maybe that can pick it up. Fire this bad boy up. And let's see here. No mint mark there on the Monticello. And I'm not seeing a mint mark under that, so I guess it's a 1953 plain, so not too bad. All right, that's not bad for the first couple rolls. It's 68, 79. I might very well get a nice old one in this roll. We got another Jefferson right there. What's this one gonna be? An 89. Nice. Let's see. Another Jefferson, another 85, and it's going to be an 85. This one, very good shape too, 85p. So, Very nice. The fruits of this roll seem to be mainly US, 75 in good shape. Looks to be something a little older or a little grimy up ahead. No, that's a grimy 94. Don't want none of that up in there. We got a 64, so we got a young head there. Up ahead, 73, and here we go. We got ourselves a 64 young head. So that's 2 young heads and a few rolls already. Not bad. This hunt's already looking good. 87, 89. I'm liking the look of that 89. I might throw that to the side for some inspection later. Got an 85 Jefferson, 75, and an 85. All right, so I'll do one more roll for you guys. What's it going to be? Dime, nickels, dime, nickels? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you prefer, dimes, nickels? I'll do a roll of dimes to mix it up. This one looks like it might have one washed out one at the end. I don't think that's looking silvery though. Looking more washed out, like it went through the washer dryer. But let's see. So, how are you guys doing right now with your coin roll hunts? Are you able to get boxes? Are you guys still finding stuff out there, or in Canada, in the U.S.? Let me know how you guys are doing with your hunts lately. I've been having some pretty good luck. I don't know if people haven't been picking up boxes, or I've just been having good luck with boxes, but looks like we got a few rosies in this one. Now you can tell by the copper edges, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick those out right away to see what they are. Yeah, come on, get out of there. Yeah. All right. And then it looks like we might have a thick rim too. A couple thick rims, a couple nickels. We'll see. We'll see after we see what these US are. So we got a 97D, a 98, and an 89. So nothing to write home about, but I will put those to the side as well, because I always hold on to the foreign finds. So, what is this one going to be? A 69. Nice. I did not see that. Now, it's a little hard to see, but we hold on to 68s and 69s, because 69s have a large ship variety that if you find it, it is super valuable. This one's an 88. An 88 diadem. That's why it got my attention. Another 88. Quickly scan through. So this one's a diadem right there. 79. Alright, just finish the rest of this roll off, and then I'm going to start cruising through solo and tune you guys back in. Alright, well, that's going to do it, guys. So I'm going to start cruising through the rest of these rolls. It's not going to take me much time. And at the end, I'm going to let you guys know if I find anything, hopefully epic. So, I'll let you guys know what else I find. Well, some sad news. Unfortunately, I'm down to the last roll, and I did not find any silver going through the dimes. I found a ton of US, which is good. I always like finding those. They're worth a little bit more than the Canadians. I don't know in the near future if they're still going to be worth more, but we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, as I'm aware, they are still worth more than Canadians. So for me to stack US, it makes sense, because maybe one day I can go over the border, trade them in, and get some US paper money. So, but what I'm going to do right now is open this last roll up for you guys. I took the glove off because sometimes your hands just get so sweaty inside those things. That can be a little bit of a germy hazard as well. So I'm just going to wash my hands extremely thoroughly after this clip right here. Probably sanitize all of my equipment as well, because you can't be careful enough right now. So let's see if I can get this clear roll open. So this hunt was not the greatest hunt I've had, but I did have a little bit of success. I'll show you guys at the end what I found throughout. But I figure why not have some different formats and just mess around a little bit and see and just have some fun. It's not always about just full boxes, in my opinion. Sometimes you can have luck just searching your pocket, if you can find a silver in your pocket change, you never know what you can find picking up loose rolls from your bank, and it just takes the stress off of the banks of having to order boxes constantly. So I encourage picking up loose rolls and hunting those at every opportunity possible. But as I'm going through, I'm not seeing anything too special. Got an 87. Alright, nothing too special. We got a US up ahead. So let's see what year this is going to be. Looking for that 2009 always, but 2018 D. So put that to the side. And that's going to do it for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack all of the finds that I have so far and wrap this up for you guys. Just have a little bit of a chat about what's going on right now in the coin community and what's going on with me and my channel. And then I'm going to close this out. So what do you say we wrap this up? These are the finds of the rolls, not the box. Usually it's the finds of the box. But so I'll break it all down right now. Right here at the end we have one 1969, which later on I'm going to inspect for the large date because my microscope is not charged at the moment. Got to make sure to keep that charged. And then we have a stack of 1977s. The one on the top is in very good shape, so that's not too bad. And we have a huge stack here of Jefferson nickels. The oldest one was in 1953, which is totally awesome for just searching about $40, $50 in loose rolls. We have our Roosevelt nickels, Roosevelt dimes, and on the top we have a 2015, which you can see is just an amazing finish on there. So not too shabby. The oldest Canadian nickel that I found was a 1961 octagon. So we did get an octagon in this box. So we can count these rolls. Sorry, we did get an octagon in these rolls. So we can count these rolls as a plus. So, and then we got one 1963, one 1964, one 1965. And then this 1989 here, I'm not too sure. So you guys, if you can leave a comment and let me know, you my fellow Canadian coin experts out there. Not that I'm an expert, but some of you guys seem to be very knowledgeable on detecting certain things like proofs and stuff. So if you can let me know what you think in the comments, I think I might have a proof here. Now, from what I've seen, the diadem on proofs may be a little bit smaller of a bust on there. So if you were to compare, let's say that right there, the what is this that I said it was? A 1989. If you take this 1989, which may be the last year of the diadem actually, and then I think they switched to the next version. But if you take that right there, let's see if I can zoom in and focus for you guys, and then you were to compare it with, let's say, a 1965 bust, and then you can see clearly that the bust on the 1965 is a lot larger than the bust on that one. Now, I did do some comparing to see on some later diadem years, and the bust appears to be different on this one from the the similar 80s years. So I think that this might be a bit of a giveaway for proofs, is the bust on diadems will be a little bit smaller and a little bit more detailed as well, especially in the face. You can see the strike is just very pronounced. Now there are a few different strikes. There's business strike, circulation strike, proof-like, proof, frosted. There's just so many different strikes here in Canada with no mint marks that your chances of finding one is very high, especially for old years. The chances of these making their way into circulation from sets and stuff that were inherited from kids is very high. But this honestly isn't too bad for searching. I think it was $50 to $75 worth of loose rolls of dimes and nickels. I just wanted to see what we could get, have a little bit of fun with this one. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, since I've gotten into coin roll hunting, I will lay awake in bed at night and I will just think of all of the rare coins that are just sitting there in rolls, in banks, and in boxes. And I feel like it is our duty and our responsibility to take these things out of circulation and to put them into our collections, because if the mint is going to take these back and melt down to the very rare years, I mean, I found King Edward's, I found a King George V, I found King George VI. If they're taking these down and melting these down, that's almost a crime. You're melting down history. So it is our responsibility to find these rare, low mintage coins, silver coins if you can, and to add them to our collections. Now these US, I've never really, it's never really been my full intention, But if you're in Canada and you find US, you should stack those, because if you have a relative that lives in the United States, or if you plan on going over there yourself, you can exchange them for cash and you can make a little bit of money on them. But that is not why I do this at all. I only do this to find the rare and low mintage coins and to put them into my collection. But another favor we can do is returning US currency back to the US and keeping Canadian currency here in Canada.